Hello, welcome back. I did finish upload. It was a very long, hot weekend, like 32, 33, in my apartment living room. And I've been sleeping below this a whole week, my blankets. I think I should just make a list. I like to read this. Then I should maybe get that shower and the shaving, and then just relax watching Star Trek on Netflix. So I will just go to my bed, read this. I made a list. I'll be reading this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this six different. Some is not so long and some is a little bit longer. I think we have power now, so I will just follow my small list. This one is a super long Catalina flight on like 30 hours. 1,000 kilometers. It's the Catalina seaplane from Australia to Sri Lanka. 32 hours, 3 passengers, and a little cargo, so that's a long one. Not long in kilometer, but long one in hours. More than 2 sunrise.
The Double Sunrise. Double Sunrise Catalina GAGKS at Needlands in 1943. The Double Sunrise service was formed in 1943 to re-establish the Australia-England air link that had been cut due to the fall of Singapore in 1942. The service initially operated from its base in Needlands, Western Australia near Perth. 1. Toth Royal Air Force Base at Lake Koggala near Gal in Ceylon, now Sri Lanka. It was later extended to Karachi in British India, now part of Pakistan, which was the terminus for the Borg service from England. The name of the service was derived from the crew and passengers observing 2 genreses on each flight. History. In 1943, Royal Australian Air Force personnel were seconded to operate consolidated PBY Catalina seaplane aircraft under the banner of Qantas. The plan called for flights between Crawley, Western Australia, and RAF Base Koggala in southern Ceylon. The flights were, then, the longest non-stop air route of any airline, over 3,500 nautical miles, 6,500 kilometers, 4,000 miles, across the Indian Ocean. Navigating without the aid of radio, the crews relied solely on rudimentary navigation by compass and stars during the trip. 2, 3, 5 aircraft obtained under Lend-Lease were as applied by the British Air Ministry, and were named after stars used for navigation: en route, Rigel Star, Spica Star, Altair Star, Vega Star and Antares Star. The first flight took place on the 29th of July 1943. 4. Taking between 27 and 33 hours, with departure time so that the flight crossed Japanese-occupied territory during darkness. The crews would observe the sunrise twice, which led to the service being known as the Double Sunrise. 5. The flight route flown was along the coast from Crawley to Exmouth, then setting out towards Cocos, Keeling Island or Christmas Island, though neither was actually sighted during the flight. 1. And on to Gal, a journey of approximately 3,580 nautical miles, 6,630 kilometers, 4,120 mi. After the success of initial flights, it was decided to run a weekly service, with some services flying over Rottnest Island and then taking a direct line to Gal. As part of the Australia-England Air route there was a surface component from Galle to Karakai that added considerable time to the service. This was later replaced by the double Sunrise service, with Karakai to England flown by BORC.6. Aircrews would change in Galle, taking the next plane in either direction, minimizing the time taken to complete the journey. 7. 1. Though stripped of all non-essential equipment, including de-icing equipment and insulation, the average takeoff weight was 35,100 to 35,300 pound, 15,900 to 16,000 kilograms. Maximum takeoff weight for a PBY Catalina was 35,400 pound, 16,100 kilograms. This included 1,988 imperial gallons, 9,040 L of fuel, which gave the Catalina a range of 3,600 nautical miles, 6,700 kilometers, 4,100 mi. The service made 271 crossings, delivered over 10,000 pound, 4,500 kilograms, of mail and carried 860 passengers, including among them British MP Edith Summerskill and the journalist Keith Murdoch. 2, 7, 8. Due to the weight of the auxiliary fuel, an average flight carried only 3 passengers and 152 pounds, 69 kilograms, of essential mail. 4. Starting in June 1944, Qantas augmented the Catalinas with the first of 2 converted Consolidated Liberator bombers. The Liberators flew a short of 3,077 mi, 4,952 kilometers, over water route from Learmonth to an airfield northeast of Colombo, but they could make the journey in 17 hours with 5,500 pounds, 2,500 kilograms, of payload, whereas the Catalinas usually required at least 27 hours and their payload was limited to only 1,000 pounds, 450 kilograms. The route was named Kangaroo Service and marked the first time that Qantas' now famous kangaroo logo was used. Passengers received a certificate proclaiming them as members of the Order of the Longest Hop. 9. In June 1945, Avro Lancastrians were introduced on the England-Australia service, and the Liberators and Catalinas were soon shifted to other Qantas routes. 9. Double Sunrise service ended on the 18th of July 1945. 4. After the war, in accordance with the terms of the Lend-Lease Agreement, 4. The 5 modified Catalinas that had flown the Double Sunrise service were scuttled. 2. The Double Sunrise flights remain the longest, in terms of airtime, commercial flights in history. 10. 11. Secret Order of the Double Sunrise. A blank certificate for the Secret Order of the Double Sunrise. For a Qantas test flight from London to Sydney in 2019, a replica of this certificate was given to passengers. The Secret Order of the Double Sunrise was an illustrated certificate given to passengers aboard the flying boats of the Australia-England Air Link, to attest they had been airborne for more than 24 hours. 5. 12. Documentary film. In 2013, a documentary film, 13, was made to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Double Sunrise flights. The film features 93-year-old Rex Sr., who is the last remaining pilot. The film was released on Qantas in-flight globally and on DVD. 14, 15, see also. Kangaroo route. Notes. Rex Sr. was the first officer and navigator on the first service. He was also on the crew for many of the subsequent flights, serving with the unit until March 1944. 1 flight information is from Rex Sr.'s recollections. There is no reference to official documentation for verification. References. Note that.
Good, I think I will read this kangaroo route